Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Well, TC, I wouldn't have to do that. All right. If somebody's cat didn't decide to knock over my iPad and I need my iPad to run my life. Okay. Or I wouldn't do it. It'd been a lot easier for me if I didn't do it. Whoever said I need to fix the username thing on the chat, I didn't know that it was my thing to fix. I didn't know I had done anything. Yeah, I thought it was totally just I thought it was a YouTube thing. I didn't know I had done anything. Yeah, it used to do the same thing for mine, and then all of a sudden, just one day, it just. VJ, do you know how to fix it? Because I never switched this setting. I don't know how it got messed up. I was actually just reading. Click the pencil and edit, and then change the heading. If you know how to fix it, I'll mod you and let you do it. Like I don't care. Don't bother me. Why is this thing making noise now? No, it's on my side too because it used to show everyone's like a certain way, and then it just one day just decided it wasn't going to do that anymore. It was very strange. It was very strange. Strange. It was very, very strange. VJ, what I'm saying is if I just make you moderator, will you just fix it? All right, welcome in everybody. How's everybody doing today? Sorry, you guys always know I'm late on Wednesdays. I don't even know why I say sorry. I don't know. There's no point in me saying sorry because I'm late every Wednesday. That's just part of the deal at this point. I'm late on Wednesdays because I'm doing other stuff. So, but we still made it here. We still did it. Wonder if I do it like this. Hold on, let's see what. We still made it. I want to say hi to everybody out there. We're just getting this thing started and loaded all up. So we're just getting this thing moving. All right, yeah. Then I'll just do that. I'm like, let's see. I'm up in. Annual review does right. Comments on modern. Yeah, this is all sorts of. You would think it'd be right here. Manual review dubs before publishing. Show how many viewers like the videos. Anyways. There you go, VJ. All right, let's get this thing started, y'all. How's everybody doing this evening? Sorry, I see all y'all out there. Yeah, YouTube was glitching earlier, and I think it just glitched now, like just with this whole thing too. I don't know. As opposed to TikTok, which is just always glitchy, so I'm just used to it. I am the problem. I'm the problem. I caught up on your podcast on my flight. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I feel like getting my lives and watching them on a flight might be the most amusing way to spend a long flight. Now, granted, I am biased. All right. I am biased, but in my opinion, definitely the best way to spend a long flight. All right. Well, we're just getting this thing started, y'all. Just loading some people up in here, getting this thing going. You know, we're just starting off slow. I like to start the lives off slow. You know, why is everybody in such a rush? We'll get there. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. We'll get there. Y'all in a rush? Y'all have someplace to be? Y'all ain't got nowhere. Y'all ain't got nowhere to be, except for right here with me. Ugh. I really should get a quieter keyboard, shouldn't I? I really should get a quieter keyboard. I'm just over here just like typing away. There's a video on how to fix this like whole thing that I'm talking about, but I can't watch the video. I am seeing that I'm not the only person to have this problem though. So that's okay. That's okay. Glitch, thank you so much for the $2 super chat to start today. Say, how are you? I hate Trump too. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Starting off with the first super chat of the day. I think that's a great way to start it. Thank you so much, Glitch. I appreciate that. And Don, thank you so much for the. Is that a unicorn? I think it's a unicorn. Thank you so much for the unicorn. As we get started today, you know, as you guys are coming in, please come on in, say hi, say something in the chat, make a comment, something, anything, participate in the live. Participate in the live. That way you let everybody know that you're supposed to be here. Let everybody know that you're supposed to be here. You love the sound of the keyboard? I actually do love that sound of the keyboard too. I like it also. I definitely like it also. So I think it's fun. Just I don't know. Makes me sound like I'm hard at work. You know? Makes me sound like I'm hard at work. How about we have a nice chill live tonight? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Can we have a nice chill live tonight? You guys think that's possible? You guys, I'm ready for some chill vibes tonight. Good luck. Yeah, I think I need it. I think I need it. Francis, thank you so much for the second unicorn. Are we on unicorns today? Are we on unicorns today? I'm cool with that. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Because you know I'm all about that bass. About that bass. Is she allowed to sing that song anymore? Because she's really skinny now. I think she should be banned from. I think she should be banned from singing that song now. I don't know. What do you guys think? That commercial she does with Patrick Mahomes is funny though. It is making me laugh. It does make me laugh. This is Patrick. He does sports. I don't know. Yeah. She really was about that no bass. She got rid of all of it. And Dawn, again, thank you so much for is that a banana? For a slippery banana. She's all about that brace. That was a good one. That's funny, actually. Glitches, what are your thoughts on Greg Abbott of Texas? Not a fan. I'm going to put him under the category of not a fan. Not a fan at all. Yeah, prefer almost anybody. Yes, I'm the problem. She is all treble now. She is 100% treble. And look, I get her. Like, good for her. Like I'm saying, like she lost the weight. I think that's really good for her. I'm not judging. Okay, I'm not judging. I'm just saying you can't sing the song anymore. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I hope she feels really, really great in her weight and in her body, and I'm very, very happy for her. Just you can't sing the song, okay? That's all it is. No more singing the song. You don't get that privilege anymore. All right. All right. Let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing started.
It's insane.
Oh, in 1 second, I think Jen with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Jen. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in chat for Jen. Happy hump day. Trump ain't shit. I almost read that as happy Trump day. I almost read that as happy Trump day. I'm glad I didn't. That would have been embarrassing. Thank you so much, Jen. I really, really appreciate you. Big W's in chat for Jen. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing started. Get this thing moving. Hump day. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how old are you? All right. I love it when we can't get past the first question of how old are you? Hump day. I like how all these people are like, your phones don't work, your phones don't work. And then I actually open up the phone lines and none of them call. Isn't that funny? Like all these people are like, oh, your phone line doesn't work. And then when I don't have the phone on, and as soon as I turn the phone on, then they just disappear. I don't know. They'll show up in a second, I'm sure. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
14.
Nope. Sorry. Have a good day. Go play with Legos or whatever. Whatever 14-year-olds are doing. I don't know. Gossiping. I don't know. I don't. Whatever they're doing. Merrick, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. Merrick says, hello from Canada. I'm truly scared for all of you. Keep doing what you're doing. It's important. Thank you so much, Merrick. I really, really appreciate that. We're scared too. We're scared too. So, hopefully you got an extra room for when I eventually become a political dissident, I'm assuming. All right. I've been racking up rooms to stay in Canada just in case. Just in case, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll need it, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Truth Nation. Okay, you're in my chat, okay? And you're very, very mouthy. Okay? And somebody gifted you a membership, but if you think that's going to stop me from removing you from my chat, it won't. Okay? So you need to calm down about 3 steps. All right, sweetheart? Seems like you're having a rough day. All right? Francesca. Francesca. French. I said France. I was just pronouncing the first few letters. I didn't go far enough. I didn't go far enough. I just said France. I didn't put Francesca. Now that you say it, it makes complete sense. Now that you tell me that's what it says, that makes complete sense. Thank you, Francesca. I very, very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just saw France. I was like, all right, one of those things. Thank you so much. Tormented, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hey, Paulie, first message here, but longtime fan. Keep safe from the MAGAs. And thank you for being a good person. Also, $5 for a frog suit stream soon. Maybe Halloween? Maybe Halloween. Maybe I'll do a frog suit. Like my brothers and sisters out in Portland. We are in Halloween month. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that. I'll consider it. That's a thought. I was gonna be, guys, first of all, I don't know what's going on. There's like no callers, which is super strange this far into the live. Also, the YouTube is being super funky because I should have 4 times the amount of people in there that I do right now. So it's being weird. So I might just start taking TikTok guests in like 1 second to see if we can get this thing going. But I tell you who I want to be. Okay. And I want Ari to do it with me, but Ari will most likely not do it with me. Okay. Yeah, I know YouTube's down in a lot of areas. That's why I think my numbers are so slow. Ari was telling me that YouTube was having some troubles. So I think that's really what it is. So, but that's okay. It's having all kinds of issues. That's why my numbers are so low. That's totally fine. But
it's insane.
Thank you, VJ. Oh, first of all, hold on real quick. VJ, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Also, yes, I gave you moderator status. If you can fix the username issue, that's awesome. I didn't give you the full moderator. I gave you like some moderate powers, not all of them. If you need the other ones in order to fix it, let me know, and I'll give you those ones for a bit so you can fix it. So I really, really appreciate that. Big W's for VJ. We're trying to fix my username issue over on YouTube. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I want to be, I want to be Pete Davidson and Timothy Chalamet in the SNL skit about rap. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Dude, I want to do that so bad. I want to do that so bad. That's why I want to do it so bad. For you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. Yeet, yeet. Skeet, yeet. Hold up. Drop that. You never loved me, Mom. The first time I saw that, I must have watched it like 9 times. I literally was just crying, dude. I was crying. It was so funny. And then when homeboy from the Roots just rolled up and just punched him in the face, I was like... Oh my goodness. I would tell... Oh my goodness. I can't believe you guys have... I'm tempted to play it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble on YouTube for playing it. I might get in trouble, or I would do it right now. Yeet, yeet. I'll see if I can just play that one part. And then I'll start taking YouTube, TikTok guests, because I don't think I'm going to get anyone on YouTube. So if you're a TikTok Trump supporter, this is your time, because I don't take many of y'all. All right. I don't take many of y'all. All right. So this is your time to shine. All right. Oh, shush. You're going to... Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi, how old are you?
30.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, man. I was trying to play something.
All right.
Now you decide to call.
I mean, hey, I saw the prompt. I was like,
I know.
Why not?
You just have bad timing.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you just have bad time. You're going to have to hold on for a second, because I'm like in the middle of something now. All right.
Hey, I got you. I'm chilling. I'm eating some mac and cheese.
All right. Well, make sure you mute when you do that. All right.
No, you're good. I got you.
All right, cool. I don't want to be hearing any of that stuff on the live. Hold on. It's playing an advertisement. For me, it's all about that yeet. I can't play the whole 5 minutes.
You gotta love them. You gotta hate them, though. They get the ad revenue.
Yeah, let's see, hold on. See if I can just play the song. Oh, here it is. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna play just for this one part. I'm gonna play it. All right. You stand by.
You gonna respect this. Check it. Yeet, yeet, skirt, yeet, yeet, skirt, skirt, skirt. Roll up, yeet, drop that, yeet, skirt that, yeet, pop that, yeet. Hey, 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 hey. You never loved me, Mom, but I needed you. Whoa, yeah.
All right. Anyways. That's who I want to be for Halloween. Anyway, so why do you support Trump?
I guess it's mainly just boils down to policy. As far as Trump goes himself, it's not like I love the guy, but like we've had really shitty, terribly moral presidents before, like Lyndon B. Johnson. Like he had assistants hold his dick while he was peeing in the restroom, and we've had morally bad presidents. And so
What policy?
while, I mean, there's a few things I probably disagree with him on. I'm not like 100%.
No, you can start with the policy
aligned
that
with
you
him,
actually
but,
like. That would be great.
I mean, I've been in support of the immigration for the most part. Well, I mean, I don't know what I would just say I disagree with about immigration so far. I think
All right. So
approach
what
we've
about his
had
immigration
with
policy?
immigration,
What about his
Yeah.
immigration policy over the Biden administration policy, which he tried to pass that Donald Trump stopped, right? Which part of Donald Trump's policy
Which-
do you like more than that?
sorry, so which Biden policy?
I mean, there was multiples. Okay, do you want the exact like policy number?
No, like what was like, I guess like what was he trying to pass? Like what was Biden trying to pass?
Yeah, it was the
that didn't
Senator
pass?
Langford bill that was written by Senator Langford out of Oklahoma, a Republican, well, primarily written by him, that would have solved probably like 90% of our immigration policies that Donald Trump called Congress and told them not to pass a year and a
But
half before he,
practically, what would it do?
I mean, you fucking name it. It would have added more money to the Border Patrol. It would add more border protection. It would have added more ICE. It would have added more for the wall. It would have added more judges.
That's
It would have literally.
that's what I
It would have.
disagree.
It would have shut down the border. Right, literally day
that's
one.
that's more so what I mean by policy. By policy, I don't mean legislation. I mean policy, like on the letter, because where that money was going to go, what was going to be done in the actual letter of the law, like
It would
in the
have
legislation,
changed
I
the
mean.
law.
Yeah, but basically in action, the policies are very different. Yes, they both had border policy, but what Biden's plans were for the border would not have been effective and would have been more
How are the
same
things
and
I
would
just-
have continued the leak.
Hold on. How are the things that I just said? How would they have been ineffective?
So like increased border patrol funding. Like first of all, top-down funding just generally doesn't work.
Donald Trump's
So if
doing
you're
that.
trying to solve problems by
Donald
just
Trump's
like
doing that.
not exactly.
He literally
It's very
made ICE
targeted.
the largest. He literally made ICE the largest law enforcement agent on the planet. Literally
Yeah,
the largest.
because that, well,
So
I mean,
literally funded
it
them.
was in response to a giant influx. It was like
So was
I don't know the
Biden's
exact number because I know there's relative numbers.
Hold on, so-
Some people
so-
say like
so was
15,
Biden's.
but isn't it like 6 to 10 million?
So
that came
was
in?
Biden's. You're not saying that Biden didn't have a large influx?
No, I'm saying he did. Like that's the point.
Right.
We
Biden
had a
had-
huge influx under Biden, so
Gotcha.
the ICE increases in response to
Gotcha.
that.
So if Biden tries to put more funding into our immigration problem during an influx, it's bad and doesn't work. But if Trump
Well,
puts
because
more,
he was
hold
doing
on,
it for
hold on,
Border
hold
Patrol,
on, hold
and
on.
it's things that wouldn't have been effective in action. No, I got you. I'm good.
That border bill is funding all of the things that Donald Trump is funding right now. ICE would have funded, Border Patrol would have funded. All of those things that Donald Trump is funding should have been funded 2 years ago if Donald Trump hadn't stopped it. So if you like Donald Trump's policy that he's
But
putting
also- but
into
also
these
if you're
sorts of
talking
things,
about-
then you
Sorry,
can't
sorry.
say you didn't like Biden's. Okay, you can't say I like the funding now 2 years later, but I didn't like the funding 2 years ago.
Well, it's also relevant to note like that legislation we're talking about from Biden came in like right at the end, right before the election.
His first
So
border policy was
it
6
likely
days
was
after
just a
his first policy was
plug
6
to try and
6
pull
days
some more
after
votes.
6 days after he took office.
I actually didn't hear that.
Yeah, his first border policy was 6 days after he took office.
Trump's?
Biden.
Biden. But like what was that? But that the policy wasn't effective. That's my point is like just having a policy on something doesn't mean it's a good
His
policy.
policy is a lot of the things that Trump is doing now.
Some of them, but not all of them.
Right.
And Trump's
It's
doing
with-
a lot of
it's-
things very
yeah.
aggressively
Yeah,
that need
it's-
to be done that
it's-
he wouldn't have.
If Biden's policy had gone through, then there would not need to have any of this aggressive policy
But
because
it was Biden's policy that led to it in the first
Okay,
place.
which policy?
Well, I mean, well, actually, no, you're that's a good catch because it's not necessarily policy. A lot of it was verbiage and like the things that were being said
Gotcha.
by leadership.
So the things
You know,
he
like-
said by leader, but that was said by leadership.
and policy and
Okay,
policy.
then which policy?
I mean, I'd have to go back and look at all the like legislation that passed.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna go ahead and
it's
finish my
late.
sentence
I've had a
now.
bowl, you
Yeah,
know?
that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my sentence then. Okay. Joe Biden's
Yeah, you're
policy
good.
would have prevented as many migrants from coming over as they actually did if it was actually passed. Okay. Second of all,
Mm-hmm.
you can't say you like the funding under Trump and not like that, because Biden's policy was pretty much all of the funding, just with all of the humanity
Well,
as opposed. No,
okay.
I'm finishing my sentence. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Sorry.
Donald
that's me.
Trump's just adds this extra nice little layer of being completely inhumane and horrible to people.
Mhm.
So what you're
I mean-
so what you're saying is you like the inhumanity and you like them being horrible to people, because that's really Donald Trump's like crux of his immigration policy that's different from
Whoa.
anybody else's, is just the pure lack of like humanity and decency.
I mean, objectively, from what I understand, from like
objectively.
what I know, it's less like punitive than Obama's policy was.
Less punitive?
Like he was the people.
What do you mean
he
by
was the one with
punitive?
people in cages.
Donald Trump's also putting people in cages.
Not, I mean, not in the same way. It's like if you're
Yeah.
talking holding,
And
cell
they were
cages,
both wrong.
but like it was like literal. Cages.
And they're both wrong.
I mean, no. I mean, I think prison cells. Like if you commit a crime, I mean, it's a misdemeanor. I get that, but it's still a crime, and it's one that people are just kind of get him in.
we should just send you to
like,
a terrorism
amnesty
prison to be
for.
tortured and sexually assaulted then.
Well, that's no.
Well, that's what Donald Trump is
Obviously
doing.
not. If that, I don't think that's the intention. If that's happening,
not the
then that
intention?
needs to be addressed.
He literally
on
picked
that
them
level.
out, sent them to there, and then used U.S. tax dollars to pay for it.
Yes, but not for them to be sexually assaulted. If that happens, that's a failure on that locality. It's
It
not
was a
failure of
well-known
Trump.
thing
He's not like
hold on.
commanding people to sexually assault.
Donald Trump knew that this place was known for torturing its prisoners, known for treating them inhumanely, where sexual assault was rampant. He
Wait,
knew
you're
that.
talking about the El Salvador one?
He knew that before he sent them there.
Well, he didn't have a control of where Bukele sent them.
Yes, he did. He paid them specifically to house them there.
Well, if that's, I don't know if that's true. That may be true. If it is, I'd have to look into that. But maybe we won't come to agreement about this immigration. I think we're on different sides. Is there another policy?
We're not on different sides, sir. I like my immigration policy to be strong. You like yours to be inhumane. That's the only difference.
No, I
Yeah.
mean that's a mischaracterization.
It's not a mischaracterization whatsoever.
I think we just see things. I think we see things differently. I don't agree with any inhumanity, and like I said, I think that needs to be dealt with on a locality level. If that's happening,
Then I'll ask
that's
you
a
again,
failure
sir.
of that locality.
Then I'll ask you again, sir, for the I think fourth or fifth time that I've asked.
Yeah.
Okay. What is different about Donald Trump's policy that is different from what Biden tried to pass but was stopped by Trump outside of the inhumanity?
I mean, Biden wasn't trying to go out and like arrest people for
Yes, he
illegal
was.
immigration.
Yes, he was.
Not in the number. We were getting more people in than we were getting out.
We wouldn't
by like
have been
100 to 1.
we wouldn't have been if the policy passed, sir. I'm not talking, sir.
At the end of his term to try and win an election?
Listen, dude.
He would have gotten rid of it if he won. We know the globalist ideology that he's in pursuit of. Of course, he's going to want to cast that policy off when he wins the election if he actually did.
Okay, so I already told you that the first immigration policy from Biden was 6 days after he took office. And what I'm not going to do is sit here and repeat myself over and over and over and over and over because you don't want to listen and repeat the same arguments over and over and over.
Listening.
Okay,
I'm
no, you're
listening.
not.
I'm not.
Because you already said this part. I already told you that the first Biden policy was 6 days after he took office. Okay, and we've already addressed this part, and now you're going right back to it. I am talking about the policy that Joe Biden tried to put in, that he tried to implement, was not able to because of Republicans. Okay, because let's be very, very clear that Donald Trump does not get credit, okay, for stopping problems if the only reason that those problems were there is because he stopped policy prior. Okay? Doesn't get credit for it. You don't get to take out, okay, the fire department putting out a fire and then get credit for putting out the fire yourself a year later. Okay? Doesn't work that way. Okay? So when we talk about no, I don't want to hear all you can say. I want you to listen, and then I want you to respond directly to what I'm saying. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
The policy under the Biden administration that they tried to get passed, Okay. Multiple times. Okay. Things that would have shut down the border, things that would have added more border patrol, that would have added more ICE, that would have deported a lot more people. All of these things, okay, would have added more judges, would have processed people, would have shored up our asylum law, would have freaking gotten people that were seeking asylum and refugee out of the country quicker. All of those things, plus more, border wall, drones, border protection, all of those things, okay? That's border policy that, for the most part, I'm cool with, okay? For the most part, I like it, all right? I'm asking you, what is different about Donald Trump's, minus the fact that minus the inhumanity, minus the sending people to torture prisons, minus the sending people to Africa that aren't from here, from there, right? Minus the the zip tying, ripping American citizens out and zip tying naked children, ripping away from their families. Besides all of the inhumane things, what is the difference?
So, my belief is that Biden's agenda is a globalist one. And in the end,
all right, just
and I'm not
refusing to
saying
answer the question.
I'm not
That's
saying.
fine.
No, I'm answering the question.
No, you're
Just
not.
give me a second.
No, you're
Give
not.
me a second. I'm answering your question directly.
Sir, there is nothing. There is no answer to this question that starts off with "I believe the globalist agenda." There's not a single
Biden
direct
let
answer to
10
this
million
question.
plus people in for 4 years,
and how
then
did
at
he
the
do
end
that?
of his term
How did he
before
do
an
that?
election
How did
that
he
was
do that?
heavily spent
How did
on
he do that?
immigration,
What
he tried
policy,
to enact a policy.
sir? What policy allowed 10 million people in?
If he had been elected, any policy he had put in place would have been reversed.
What
He wants open borders, as do most of the left.
Yeah, awesome.
That's the
what
point.
Policy,
so any policy
all right,
is
sir.
a fantasy.
Sir, what policy from the Joe Biden administration allowed 10 million people in?
All of them, until the one that he suggested that got voted out.
All of them.
Or didn't get voted
so
in.
Please name one. How about that?
I don't want to get into the nitty gritty naming legislation. That's just a gotcha conversation.
Name one.
No, fucking no.
All
I'm
right,
not doing that game.
Well, then you cannot play this game on my live, because if you can't respond to that, if you're telling me that every single Biden policy allowed 10 million people in, and you can't name one of them, not a
His
singular
policies
one,
led to the influx.
okay?
That's
if you
all
can't
I'm saying.
name one,
that doesn't,
then
I
you are
don't have to name one.
disingenuous and you are not worth
It's
me
obvious.
talking to. Okay?
No,
and then
I don't have to
you're
name one.
literally not worth me talking to. Okay? So
If you
go
have common
enjoy.
sense, you can see that it
go
led
enjoy.
to what it led
so
to.
go enjoy.
We have eyes, we have ears, we have mouths.
Well, you should try having a brain too. Okay, not just eyes, ears, and a nose. You should try also having a brain. Okay, like try using knowledge or anything like that. Okay, that's what you should try. But again, maybe you did smoke a little bit too much since you came on here. Okay, and that's fine because you're not acting too bright. Okay. So how about you try calling me next time when you're sober, and then maybe you can keep up a conversation. Sound good? Or don't. You can come back. You can not come back. Doesn't matter to me, honestly. All right. So, all right, cool. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All of Biden's policies did it, guys. All of Biden's policies did it. Which policy? All of them. All the policies. Every policy from Biden. Every policy from Biden. Made 100 million immigrants came in under Biden. Fox News told me. Fox News told me 100 billion immigrants. They all came in because Biden was old. Biden was old, so 100 billion immigrants came in and they all took all of our jobs. They all took all of our jobs and took all of our houses and all of our money. You guys do realize that's fascist playbook, right? Just thought I'd let you guys know. Blaming immigrants for all your problems, that's fascist playbook. Like 101. Anyways, Don, thank you so much for the poop sticker. I appreciate that. Donald said, thank you so much. Be careful. Don't like Trump supporter ambushing rights at VGA Holographic. What's going on? Thank you so much. Ooh, excuse me. They're repeating over here. I already did that one. Oh, Glitch said, I'm scared for Texas because Texas is becoming horrible state because of Abbott. It's not becoming. It's been that way for a long time. Been that way for a long time. That I can't believe I stopped my video to listen to that guy. Anyways, y'all, welcome in. I know we're having a hard time getting in and getting everything going today, but I really appreciate you all being here. We're gonna move on to the next caller and keep this thing going. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every night but Friday. Actually, might be on Friday this week. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
22.
22. Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Do I do what?
Do you still support Trump?
I'm kind of 50-50 on my support. I've supported him in the past, and generally I'd say I support most of his policies now, but there's a little confusion with what's going on in Israel and Gaza that has kind of swayed my support a little bit.
There's no confusion. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, of course, the hostages coming back, I feel like is a good thing, but just kind of the handling of the situation throughout like the entire war, I'm not sure if I support everything he's done. But when it comes to like immigration in particular, I'd say I mostly support that policy.
Awesome. So let me ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah.
So I already had a full conversation with that guy about immigration, which obviously you completely fucking ignored. Okay, and that's totally fine because you probably don't really have much of a will to actually have a real conversation. I want to know how Donald Trump's immigration policy is helping you.
Well, I would say that the safety aspect of it, like he is targeting, even though like, so if you're here illegally, you've committed a crime in the first place. That's kind of my viewpoint on it. Like when you come into the country
So
illegally,
that's all well and good. How is it helping you?
well, I mean, it's just getting less crime out of America.
Oh, gotcha. So we should also like maybe jail speeders for the rest of their life because it's getting crime out of America, or maybe just deport all jaywalkers, huh? Something like that.
Well, I'd say that's a minor infraction, but breaking into a sovereign nation and
Yeah,
like
it's
not
a Class
paying
C misdemeanor.
taxes.
It's the same thing. It's a literal civil infraction.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't really have that same effect though. Like they're
Okay. Well,
living
that's
here. They're
fine,
not
sir.
paying the
But none of
taxes.
that explains to me because crime rates were down under under Biden's administration. All right, crime rates are starting to go back up on the rise now. Okay, so crime is not being helped by this policy whatsoever. So I'm asking how it helps you.
I would say if you deport illegal immigrants that are taking American jobs, it provides more jobs for the people of America. I know the argument is
The
that these are
unemployment
jobs
rate now
that
is
people don't-
higher now. The unemployment rate was at record lows under the Biden administration, and now it's at the highest it's been since COVID.
What about national security risk though? Like there's illegal immigrants.
Sir.
that have been caught.
Maybe you're having a hard time understanding my question, and maybe I'm not phrasing it correctly. You know, maybe that's on me. Okay, I am not asking how you think it's just good. I'm asking how it helped you. Because prices are up,
overall,
okay? Because prices are up right now in the United States. Unemployment is up right now in the United States. Cost of living is still rising. He's done nothing to affect the actual housing issue that we have in the United States. We are further away from our allies and friggin' closer to our enemies who are abusing us and using us at every stance, making us less safe as a nation. We're now shooting down friggin' random fishing boats out in Venezuela, causing more war than we were in before. Okay, we're picking fights with other countries, putting us closer to war than we were before. All of these things are happening, and you're concerned about immigration. So I would like to know how you, as a 22-year-old man in the United States right now, is better off because of Donald Trump's immigration policies. That is what I'm asking you.
I would say the difference in policy that Trump has for immigration than Biden has does create a more safe America. And I would say the reason being is under the Biden administration, they had certain things like the HB1
Sir,
visas.
if you're not any better, just say so.
No,
If your
I'm
life
getting to my point.
life has not improved at all, just say so. Okay, there's no reason to talk around this whole thing and like saying all these words about, oh, I think national security and this and that. Like, I am asking about you. What's your name?
I'm not. I'm a service member, so
Service members don't have names. All right, I'm going to call you Steven, okay? Steven,
Sure.
I want to know how it is helping Steven. Steven, how are you now better today because of Donald Trump's immigration policy, Steven?
Well, the FBI has arrested people who were here on the HB1 visa who were directly working for like terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda, and they were planning terrorist attacks on U.S. soil.
So you're not.
And they were here illegally.
Gotcha. So you're not.
They were here on HB1
So you're not.
visa.
Your life has changed zero. Okay.
Could we have not been
Zero.
victims to those people?
Zero.
Could we have not
Your
been
life,
victims to
sir.
those people?
Your life has changed zero. Okay. Donald Trump's immigration policies have not helped you in the slightest. Okay? Have not helped you even a little bit. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, as for somebody, all right, for somebody to have their number one thing that they care about, all right, be immigration, all right, when it's affecting you zero, it's just weird. Okay? It's just weird. It is weird, okay, that your number, like, if you were to say, like, hey, I think unemployment is a big deal. Yes, that makes sense to me. That sounds like a logical thing, right? Like, if you were to say, like, hey, you're as a service member, like, hey, I think I'm less likely to go to war. I think that that's a great thing also, right? Bringing the troops back, doing that, all sorts of stuff. But that's not what you cared about. You cared about immigration, okay? Immigration, which has affected you zero. So why have you chosen to care more about something that affects you zero than things that affect you literally on a daily basis?
So I know that's the policy that I brought up initially, but that is not what I would say is the most important policy to me. It would be the cost of living and housing and corporations buying up our properties and using them as rentals rather than people being able to buy their first family home at reasonable prices. That would be my most important.
Then great. Let's talk about that then. Okay? Let's talk about that. Because those are things, all right, that I think you should be concerned about. I would think that most Americans would be concerned about those types of things. All right? Let's get away with the thing that you just think you can argue the best. Okay, because I don't know, read something or watched something and you think you can argue immigration the best when you have no reason to even like care about this topic, obviously. All right, or not a significant reason, right? So, cost of living, are prices going up or down right now?
I would say prices have been steadily going up.
Prices are steadily going up, correct.
From the past decade.
All right, cool. But how about since Trump took office? Are they going up or are they going down?
I would say the inflation rates have slowed.
The inflation rates have stayed just over what they were before at the end, okay, and prices are going up, okay, with projections for prices to rise even higher, especially once Donald Trump's tariffs take full effect, when companies start running out of inventory and having the inability to increase cost, to eat the cost of these tariffs, okay? What has Donald Trump done to help you with the housing industry? You said that you think that housing is a problem. You have a problem with Donald Trump, or with big companies buying up houses. I agree with that. That's a big problem. Donald Trump in his first term actually put deregulation into the Fair Housing Act, which actually through regulation deregulation allowed companies the easier way to buy up all these houses. This has been happening for a while, but like Donald Trump actually made that worse for you. So what has he done to actually affect your housing prices right now?
Well, I would say that what has anyone done to like do anything about this or address this issue? It seems like a president could implement a policy, but the congressmen and women who have all their money tied towards these globalist corporations want to, like, on both sides, ignore the issue. So is it a presidential issue, or is it we cannot pass legislation because we have corruption in our government. And that's
No,
kind of
it's a presidential issue, right? Kamala Harris's literally largest probably campaign thing that she ran on was affordable housing. That was like her biggest thing.
affordable housing isn't lowering the prices of like your first family owned home though. It's giving you like a government sanctioned like affordable like apartment kind of deal, which we don't want
No,
rental ownership. We want property
that's
ownership.
not
We
what
want to
she
own a
that's not
house.
what she advocated for. Thank you so much, Flower Child. It's not what she advocated for at all. She advocated for building more houses to bring down the costs, re-regulating the housing market so large companies can stop buying them out, creating a false inflation. Okay, and then literal grants from the U.S. government in order for people to be able to pay their down payments because that's such a problem for first-time homebuyers. That's what she advocated for.
But what is that policy? I've never once even heard of that.
Because the
Is it
policy
in
never got
writing that
implemented
she
because you
wants
guys
to do
voted in
that?
Donald Trump, who had no plan for the housing for housing whatsoever.
I mean, we've seen things promised by the Democrat Party though that
Like what?
just doesn't get implemented.
Yeah, like what?
Like I mean, when they came into office, they said they're going to lower the prices of drugs and like they're going to come after the pharmaceutical companies, and that's not something that I've seen.
Actually, they
Under
said they
the
were going
Trump
after insulin
administration,
costs. That's what they said. They actually
Right,
said they were going after
that's
insulin
one
costs, and they did go after insulin costs and significantly
that's
lower
one
the amount
drug
of.
though.
But that's the
But
one that they were
now
talking about. They never said they were going after all pharmaceutical costs. They went after some
but
of
the
them,
thing
and they
is,
went after other ones too. Actually, they went after Pfizer. They went after like multiple different pharmaceutical companies.
but Donald Trump has also lowered the cost of insulin,
But
and
but sir,
he's
I'm not
now
asking about Donald
running on
Trump. You
policy to
said
lower.
that you've seen Democrats promise things and then not do them. I'm asking what things have the Democrats promised and not done them, because that's not something that's wrong. They did try to do that, and they did do it on many occasions.
Well, I'm saying like these promises, like they lowered the prices of insulin. Great, that's one drug that like a lot of Americans need, but not everyone needs. But now we have Donald Trump in who lowered the price of insulin, and he's lowering the prices of tons of other
What
kinds of
has he
drugs and
lowered the
building
price of?
pharmaceuticals. He invited in
No, sir.
several
What
companies.
price is lower right now?
Well, they're building their factories now. They're in the process of lowering. These companies are coming over from overseas, building their pharmaceutical factories here,
Oh,
which
they
in
are.
turn is going to lower the prices.
Awesome. Who's building their pharmaceutical factories here?
I can get you that. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't spend all my time
Yeah.
reading about politics.
You just put a tariff on medications. That's going to increase the price of medications.
I mean, the tariffs. I'm sorry. What did he put the tariff on?
On all foreign imported medications.
Well, because he wants those like here domestically where you can regulate the market. When these factories are overseas and these companies are importing all their goods, they can dictate
Sir,
the
I don't
market
know how you.
price.
Sorry,
But
hold on. Just out of curiosity, I don't even know how we've switched to this subject, because this is a ridiculous switch of subject. Sir, I'm still waiting for the thing that Democrats promised and didn't do.
I mean, it was overall just making like care, like hospital, like healthcare more affordable. And I mean,
They did
sure,
make
they
more
had,
healthcare more affordable. The ACA made healthcare more affordable.
right, but free healthcare is not the answer. It's bringing down the
Sir.
cost of
It seems like you really want to just like name one thing and then just like deep dive into that thing. I just want one thing that you're telling me that the Democrats said they were going to do and then didn't do it.
They also said they were going to bring down inflation, and they obviously did not do that.
The inflation rate after COVID was 9.2%. By the time Biden left, it was under 3.
Does it feel like that? Everything's way more expensive, and
Because-
this was all during the Biden administration.
Yes, everything got more expensive all the way across the world because we went through a worldwide inflation. Okay, but again, they said they were going to lower the inflation rate, and the inflation rate lowered. So again, what did the Democrats promise they were going to do and didn't do?
Well, I mean, every time I bring something up, you just kind of disagree. I think it's
No,
a
because every time
difference
you
in
bring something
perspective.
up, they did it. They said they were going to lower the inflation rate. The inflation rate went down. They said they were going to
Okay.
lower certain medication costs. They did.
They said they were going to try and overturn the verdict of Roe v. Wade, which I don't even agree with. But if we're going to talk about promises that weren't kept, they said they were going to
Sure.
overturn
Now
that
that's a
verdict
good
and bring
one.
it back.
Now that's an actual good one, right? They said they were going to try to do that, and I think while they did actually do some trying on it, right? They didn't do as much. They didn't actually get it done.
Right.
That's one thing. But do you see how hard it took you to actually find one thing? Okay, that the Democrats weren't even able to accomplish. So with all of those things, right? With all of those things, all right, all of those things. What makes you think that Kamala Harris wouldn't be able to pull off housing reform?
Well, I think that, there's a lot of lying, to be honest, blatant lying that was going on when Biden and her were in office, like of Biden's mental health and how he's, like, his conduct and how he's, whether or not he was doing his job. When you have a cover up like that, I just feel like that it doesn't really show like competence. It doesn't show like a respect towards the American people. So if I can't trust someone, how am I going to give them my vote in confidence that
But
they're
yet
gonna
you
do
vote
what I
for
want them
Donald
to
Trump,
do?
who had 30,000 confirmed misleading statements or lies in his first term, who literally gets up on stage right now and lies to you daily. Like literally daily. He's up on stage talking about how he ended a 3,000-year war on stage their day. A 3,000-year war. Do you realize 3,000 years is so long that Islam didn't exist yet?
I mean,
That's what he got up on stage and said this week. He ended a 3,000-year war. Okay? He said
right.
that's not even possible. He also said that he's ended 8 wars. Not even close to fucking true in the fucking slightest. Okay? And then as he tried to sound out acetaminophen like a 5-year-old, he told you it causes autism. What do you mean? You voting for somebody that because you can trust them? You trust that? Well, you trust what Donald Trump has said? That's literally what you trust?
I trust that the policy that he talks about will be implemented, and I think we've seen multiple cases of that. Like when he does make a promise, it is almost always made, with the exception of the Epstein files, which
He
trust me,
promised
I
he was
want
going to
those
have
out.
he was going to pass a bill on infrastructure. He failed to do that. He said in his first term he was going to lower insulin costs. He also did not do that. He said he was going to end the war between Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours of being president elect. He didn't do that. Okay. What are you talking about? The dude said he was going to lower grocery prices. Are your grocery prices lower? No, they're higher. Okay. Literally. Okay. Everything that he says he's going to do, he's not going to do it. He said he was going to get rid of the ACA and replace it with a better system. Hasn't done it. Hasn't even come close. Okay. What are you talking about? He just says things and then does them. No, he doesn't.
Well, you can have disagreements on whether or not things like the tariffs work, but there's a lot of Americans who believe that the tariffs do work, and he did implement those, like you said.
Sir, I don't care if a lot of Americans believe. There's a lot of Americans who believe the earth is flat. Am I supposed to agree with them because a lot of Americans believe it?
No, but you could at least understand where the other side's coming from. Like if they were promised
No, I can't. The earth is round.
and that's what they voted for, then if they implement that policy, then that's a promise kept, whether you agree with it or not.
Sir, you're saying that people agree with that the tariffs are helping. The tariffs are not helping. You can agree and say you wanted tariffs. Okay. I have to explain to people what tariffs are on a daily basis. Okay. So people being like Donald Trump gets on stage and again lies and tells you that he's getting all of this money, right, from other countries through tariffs when that's not even how tariffs work. So again, another lie.
Well, there's also like cuts of like federal funding for certain departments, which a lot of us would say is really important.
Government spending's at an all-time high.
But it's going to keep increasing no matter what administration's in
Gotcha.
charge.
So
Like,
he's
that's
cutting so many things that the government spending is increasing, and I'm supposed to be impressed?
at least, like, if you're making cuts, that's at least going in the right direction. Because should we just have our tax dollars wasted on people who are just abusing the system?
Sir,
blatantly?
Donald Trump is the one abusing the system. That's what he's doing. That's why if you're cutting things, sir, I don't know how to like if you stop having a car payment tomorrow, okay, and your spending is and your bills go up, then what's the problem here?
But Kamala Harris and Biden weren't abusing the system. That's kind of like,
How were they
it
abusing the
seems like-
system?
could you tell me how Donald Trump was abusing the system?
Sure, he's
Like,
he's
how
freaking
he was
upcharged
abusing
the Secret Service and other members of staff at his hotels in order to actually steal taxpayer money directly from them. He's literally taking bribes from other countries, including a $400 million jet from the Qataris. When then he takes the bribe, and then all of a sudden, oh, now there's a Qatari air base that's literally on our soil right now. He's using the FCC in order to cancel his political enemies because he turns into a full snowflake and tries to get them removed off of television. He's in violation of multiple amendments of the Constitution and multiple articles on top of that. Like, what are you talking about? The dude is a walking freaking abuse of the Constitution, of the Emoluments Clause, of the Hatch Act, of bribery, just you name it.
And when we had a Joe Biden who...
But Biden. Why is everything with you but Biden? Why are you
Well,
not
because
responding?
I'm
You said,
saying there-
sir, when you say, how is Donald Trump abusing the system? And then I explain to you how Donald Trump is abusing the system. Then why is your next response like, wow, I don't like that someone's abusing the system? Why are the next words out of your mouth, but Biden?
Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, if both sides are blatantly abusing the system, what difference does it make?
How was Biden abusing the system?
Well, I mean, he wasn't like he wasn't the president. Like, he was his
Okay,
side
let's
even admitted that
just
he wasn't
okay, cool.
coherent.
Let's just say this. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay,
Right.
let's just say that what you're saying is true, which is not. Okay, let's just saying it's true. Okay, how could somebody that's incoherent abuse the system?
Well, he would have underlings who are signing the document.
How could he have underlings do anything? He's incoherent.
Because of his mental state.
If his
The
mental state
people
was
around
incoherent, then how could he do anything?
What I'm saying is the people around him.
Sir, I'm not
got
asking
him
about
to
the
do
people
things
around
that
him.
he
I'm
didn't
asking about Joe
understand.
Biden. How did Joe Biden abuse the system?
Look, well, it would have been the Democrat Party, not necessarily Joe Biden.
Oh,
because
it
he
would have
didn't
been
have
the
mess with his
Democrat
capacity.
Party. The Democrat Party, which is a White House full of Democrats and, oh yeah, also Republicans, when they were passing policy that, oh yeah, Republicans signed off on also. Okay? Because
Well,
let's
what about
remember
all
that
the
there was a
auto-pay artists
split
that they want?
Congress, and Congress, the Republicans, were also signing off on all these things, and Joe Biden wasn't a partisan sycophant like a bunch of Trump people are, and there was a bunch of Republicans in the White House with him, okay, who were also signing off on all these things, all right, who was also watching Joe Biden, okay, who also weren't saying any of this stuff that you're talking about,
Right.
okay? Sir, Joe Biden wasn't abusing the system. If you want to say he was probably too old to be president, I agree with you. That's why I didn't want him to be fucking president to begin with, because I thought he was too fucking old. Okay? If you want to say at the end, he probably fucking, was way too old and probably having some age-related stuff going on, like towards the end, where it, which showed in the debate, I can agree with you. Probably too old. Okay? Very, very true. Okay? Biden wasn't abusing the system. Okay? At all. Okay? He actually worked well with this in the system. He was actually a professional at working within the system and using the system correctly, which is why we have such amazing policy that came out of the Biden administration. Okay? But this whole idea of Biden was just incoherent, laying there with his, unconscious on a couch while a bunch of Democrats all ran around creating policy and using the auto pen. Ha ha ha. Do you know why why freaking people have made up that fucking complete lie?
Well, I mean,
Do you know why people have made up that lie? Because that's exactly what they're doing to Trump. That's exactly what they're doing to Trump right now. It is projecting. Okay? Donald Trump is up there not having a fucking clue what's going on half the fucking time. Okay? You can tell
Insane.
you can tell by the way he talks on stage. He was just handed a piece of paper before he got on stage. Okay? Doesn't even know he's not even in line with the rest of his party. He's just saying some shit. Like literally, like even the Epstein files, everybody was like, all of these people were like, oh, Joe Biden kicked Epstein out because he knew he was a bad guy and kicked him out. And then the next day, Donald Trump's like, yeah, I just got in a real estate deal argument with him, so I kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck is going on, while people like Stephen Miller literally run our government. They made up that lie about Biden, okay, because that is literally what they're doing with Donald Trump right now. It's projecting. Okay?
Well, can I just say I don't fully support, I don't blindly support Donald Trump. I disagree with a lot of what he does.
You do blindly support him.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, because every single time I try to say anything about Donald Trump, the next words out of your mouth were but Biden. But Biden this, but Biden that, but Biden this, but Biden that. Biden hasn't been president in almost a fucking year. Okay? Right. How about you be more concerned with what the president of the United States is doing right now that affects you right now, okay, than about what you think about Biden being coherent a year ago, okay? Because I promise you, okay, Biden ain't helping you or hurting you.
Would you not say there's a government problem, though, in general? Like, both sides are blatantly just ignoring... No. I would. You don't think there's stock market manipulation from both Republican and Democrat congressmen?
Donald Trump is... Sir, see, this is like both sides shit that you're fucking talking about. It's so stupid. Like, Donald Trump is currently threatening tariffs against people, selling off stock, having his friends sell off stock, saying he's going to announce tariffs, watching the stock drop, and then they're buying all the stock back, and he's saying he's taking the tariffs away. He is blatantly doing stock market manipulation in your fucking face. Okay? It's not both sides. It's Donald Trump right now. No offense, dude. Right. Get your head out of your ass, bro. Like, no offense, but man. That's not a disrespectful thing. Get your head out of your ass, bro. Stop with the freaking stop with this whole but Biden, the both sides, it's everybody. No, it's Trump and it's right now. Okay? That's what it is. Figure it out.
So okay? I can't cultural issues are also a problem.
Yeah, dude, hey. I'm done with this conversation with you. Okay?
Hey, well, I respect the dialogue. Thank you for the
I do too.
Dialogue.
And really, because you sound like a decent human being, pull your head out of your ass. Okay? Respectfully. You got this. Okay?
Hey, man. Well, you have a good night, brother.
You too, man. All right. Bye. Just truthfully, just wake up, bro. Wake up. Wake up, bro. Anyways, y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Numbers are super low, but I know there's been some problems across YouTube today, so I'm not worried about that. Numbers are looking great on TikTok. Love y'all. Miss y'all. How you guys doing over there? Got everybody over here. Yo, if you guys are on the TikTok side, if you can get that thing up to 100,000 likes, I'd really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep this thing going. I'm gonna hit up a couple super chats real quick so we can go get through those, so I can thank some people real quick, and then we'll move on to the next caller. Right? CC says, for my Halloween costume, I'm torn between Tylenol pill or uncircumcised wee wee. You could do both. You could do an uncircumcised, you'd have to be circumcised, because that's what causes the tism, and then you could hold a bottle of Tylenol. Yeah, that would be that. I would go with that one. I'd go with that one. Thank you so much. Lovely's a government shutdown. Cost of living is insanely expensive, but brown people. But immigration. But the legals are coming to get my job. So crazy. So crazy. Thank you so much, lovely. Gene said, have you noticed that the ones complaining about undocumented people taking away our jobs are the most uneducated? Sick of the whining about guys. If an undocumented immigrant from Venezuela travels this far and steals your job, then it wasn't your job to begin with. Okay? It wasn't your job to begin with. You didn't deserve it. All right? That wasn't your job. Just being honest. If someone came that far and stole your job, then it wasn't your job to begin with. All right? Straight the hell up. Thank you so much, Gene. I appreciate that. CJ said, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It says, people I trust more than Trump. Ramsey Bolton, Dexter Morgan, Joffrey Baratheon, Michael Myers, Casey Anthony, and Joe Goldberg. First of all, I trust Dexter Morgan just normally. All right? He lived by code. All right? So I got no problem with him. Casey Anthony, that's a wild one though. That's a wild one. I'll tell you this. I trust my daughter around Casey Anthony before I trusted her around Trump. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. All right. Just being honest. CJ, thank you so much. And Delissa, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, Dump Truck said, I love the poorly educated, MAGA brain cult, the inability to understand facts and reality, happily to be their true obtuse racist selves. Oh, they are. They're just so happy to be that. They're just so happy to be that. It's very, very true. All right, we're going to take another caller. Keep this thing going for a bit. Woo. Oh, all right, cool. Sorry. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep this thing going. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Ugh. Hello, how are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you? Oh, shit. God damn it. I didn't mean to hang up on you. That was an accident.
Say again.
No, I hung up on the last guy. I didn't mean to.
Oh, cool.
I answered your phone call trying to talk to him. If he calls back right now,
Gotcha.
I'm going to answer it.
He's calling back.
I don't know. If he calls back, I'm going to give him like 5 seconds, or I'll give him like 10 seconds to call back. If he calls back, I'll answer the phone and I'll take him over you since he was first. So I apologize.
No problem.
But if he doesn't,
You're
then I'll keep going. Where do
Yeah,
you...
big.
Anyways, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well.
That's good. How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22. Oh man, another 22-year-old. Is it like the day of the 22-year-olds?
Yeah.
Do you still support Trump?
I do still support Trump. Yeah. I do have a bit of a rebuttal for something you said earlier. Back in June 2020, when everyone saw the George Floyd thing going on, what were your thoughts on that issue?
Another black man killed by police for no reason. Pretty standard.
Yeah. How did that affect you personally, though?
I'm a black man in America.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. But how did it affect you personally? Like you
personally, I get pulled over by the police. Okay, more for crimes that I don't, for doing no crimes whatsoever. And personally, every time I'm in one of those interactions, I am much more likely to get killed by the police than my white counterparts. That's how it affects me.
Okay, so, but that individual event that everyone was outraged over.
People weren't outraged over the individual event. Nobody was outraged over the individual event. You think that this was about George Floyd?
Is what caused
that people weren't outraged over George Floyd. They were outraged.
Outraged over George Floyd?
No, people were outraged over the entire thing that happened around George Floyd. People were upset about the entire situation and the systematic racism and the systemic racism, okay, that exists within the United States that causes stuff like George Floyd to happen.
Gotcha. Yes, but the individual murder of George Floyd, that I'm speaking about the event.
What would
Yes,
be is
sir.
the,
You're
I'm trying to draw a bit of a
trying to make it about a singular event, but it's not about that. So I'm sorry,
no.
I can't agree with you about it, about this singular event that you're trying to make it about, because that's not what it was about.
Okay. I see. What I'm trying to draw out is that whether immigration policy directly impacts me as an individual immediately, or whether my personal life has gotten better as a result of whatever policy is being implemented, is not sufficient evidence to dismiss a policy as unimportant. Is what I'm trying to say.
Donald Trump's immigration policies affect all of us.
It does.
Yeah, that's why people are protesting it.
So why? So how is it an argument that to say, how does it affect you personally?
How does immigration affect you? Oh, are you trying to argue against what I, because he has no way of saying, because he had no way of saying it affected him personally? Sir, the reason why Donald Trump's immigration policy affects us personally is because Donald Trump is violating the Constitution and violating our human rights and our rights as Americans by his immigration policy. That's how it affects us.
Immigration has the same effect on like the entire system, right?
What does that mean?
I mean that so the immigration levels impact every member of the population to some extent, regardless of individual impact to them personally.
Sir, that was just a question for him. Okay, that was just a question. Yeah. I don't. You're getting like really hung up on some stuff, and I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, I've already argued immigration policy like 3 different times. I've also been very clear that we need stronger immigration policy, that we need stronger borders, that we need more immigration control, that we need more judges, that we need more technology at the border to be able to stop things. I've already agreed with all of those things. Those things are just good for America. That's not the problem. Because all of those things Biden tried to implement and Donald Trump stopped him.
Interesting. Well, wait, he did?
Yeah, Joe Biden wanted to fix immigration so bad, and the Democrats kept getting hung up by Republicans, okay, because Republicans wouldn't pass in the Democratic immigration bills, that he asked the Republicans to lead writing the bill, okay, which was led by Senator Langford, okay, because Joe Biden wanted to fix immigration so bad that he let the Republicans fix it, okay. They wrote a bill which had 100% support from Republicans in the Senate, okay? And then Donald Trump found out they were passing the bill, called Congress, told him not to pass the bill because he didn't want Biden to fix the border, because if he fixed the border, then he wouldn't be able to tell everyone that Joe Biden was bad on the border, so he didn't have anything to run on.
That's according to what?
According to Senator Langford and multiple other senators that all came out, including Fox News, when they reported on it and literally drilled him down and was like, hey, Donald Trump stopped this bill. That's on him. And Senator Langford, considered the 4th most conservative freaking senator on the Senate floor, and also a large Trump supporter, okay, who sits there and has meetings with Trump to this day, literally came out, okay, and literally said, hey, the bill would have fixed 90% of our immigration policies, but Donald Trump's trying to run a campaign and he's concerned about that. And that's why he called down and had stopped us from passing the bill.
Interesting. So it was political expedience on Trump's part.
Right. So saying,
okay.
but
in that case, yeah,
so saying that Joe Biden was like, oh, I want all the immigrants in, it's just crazy. Okay.
No. So no, hang on. Okay, so that individual incident, I disagree with. He shouldn't have hijacked that that legislative proceeding. But what I want to say is that there don't need to be any new laws put in place, right? Trump is executing the existing immigration laws. The reason immigration went up so much, I think we had what was the figure? I don't know exactly what the figure is. Something like 10 million over the 4 years of Biden's presidency.
Incorrect. Not even close.
What was the number?
Currently, it's looking about 4
million.
Undocumented, yeah.
Gotcha.
But you do realize that Donald Trump hasn't stopped undocumented immigration, right?
Well, it's a process.
Well, I'm just letting you know that Donald Trump has in no way, shape, or form stopped undocumented immigration in this country.
Is he not taking care of the problem as we speak?
No.
Like
not even close. He's not addressing the problem, actually. That's the issue.
What do you mean by that? I have seen figures. Obviously, he's doing way less than I wish he would. I wish he would go full. I mean, I'm very happy we have a guy like Stephen Miller who's very determined on the matter.
Very known
Getting-
racist and fascist. Yes, I'm so happy we have him also.
Me too. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
you
what
would be.
So what I'm trying to say is immigration. Like it was the lack of enforcement of existing immigration laws.
What
that
wasn't
caused
being
the
enforced?
influx that we've had.
What wasn't being enforced?
Well, you know, the president is in charge of.
No, sorry,
Border control,
that's fine.
ICE.
What law
Is
wasn't
it
being
not?
enforced?
What?
What law was not being enforced?
You're not allowed to come into the country illegally.
That was being
that's the law.
enforced. There
You
was
have to-
685,000 people that were caught and caught, detained, turned around, and deported at the southern border last year.
So 2024. That's
Just
good.
in 24, 685,000. So that law was being enforced. What law wasn't being enforced?
The entirety of immigration law, it wasn't being enforced aggressively enough. I don't think that's it wasn't enough to counter the promotion of like the I'm trying to say is like
Yeah, you're not saying much, sir. Sir, the reason why it wasn't able to be enforced is because all the people that are in charge of enforcing it were all enforcing it at max capacity, and there wasn't enough of them. So we needed more of them, which Joe Biden tried to get us, and Donald Trump stopped him.
Well, if that's the case, then I majorly disagree with him on that. And I was very misinformed on Biden's stringent border policy. I'm very shocked to hear that.
5 different immigration policies that were stopped by Republicans every single time. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And still he managed to deport more people than Donald Trump did in his first term.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
This
big
whole
problem.
this
We
whole
need to
this
get-
whole
we need to pump
bullshit
those
about like,
numbers
oh,
up.
the law doesn't need to change. Yes, it does. Our law is 50 years old, and our immigration policy, our immigration in this country has changed drastically over the last 50 years. Okay? It absolutely needed to change. Okay? And we needed more legislation because the only way to fund things like new border patrol agents is through Congress, because the president doesn't actually have the ability to appropriate money according to the Constitution. So it needed Congress.
Of course, yeah.
Okay? All
Yeah.
Donald
No, I
Trump
got
did
that.
was shut down border entry at ports of entry and just said nobody's coming in, legal or not. Okay? Which stopped border encounters, which again, lots of border encounters are legal. Okay? And he's claiming he just solved immigration. Okay? He didn't. Okay? He did not solve immigration in the slightest.
Okay, we still have a bit of time ahead, but like, so can we pivot to the more broad? Like, what are your thoughts on immigration? Should we have the level of immigration we're having now, or should we be strict and stringent and basically get every illegal alien out?
Oh, we definitely. I mean,
what's your opinion?
yeah,
on
I mean, in a fantasy world where that's realistic, that'd be fine, but it's not realistic.
that? Cool. Well, I mean, I guess we don't have too much disagreement there then.
Yeah. The question is not should every undocumented immigrant be here. No, obviously no undocumented immigrant could be here. That'd be against the law, and the question is, how do we fix the problem? And the way Donald Trump is going about fixing it doesn't fix the problem, and it won't help the problem.
Well, yeah, I hope he gets on the top of the ball then.
He should, but the way he's doing it would take him the next 100 years to do it, and still probably not get it done.
Yeah, the numbers need, like, I have seen the rate of detainees and deportations. It's not high enough right now.
Sure, it could quadruple and still not get the job done.
Yeah.
Do you not understand that? This is not the way that we fix the problem.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
it should-
this is
it
not
should
the
go
way we
up.
fix the problem. No, it shouldn't go way up, because it going way up still doesn't fix the problem.
Well, obviously there is an upper limit to the number of people you have to get out before there are no more of them. So yes, making the number go up does fix the problem.
Sir, there are currently estimated 14 million people, undocumented immigrants in this country. Okay? Let's pretend in a fantasy world you can find all of them, which is impossible. Okay? Because you don't know where they're at. Okay? So let's just go into a fantasy world where you could find all of them. At the rate Donald Trump is going, okay, considering that no one more undocumented immigrants actually enter the country, which is also not true, okay, because they still are, it would currently take Donald Trump 48 years to get all
Yeah.
the undocumented immigrants out. Okay. So he
Right.
can times it by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, none of which are even logical or possible numbers. Donald Trump has literally made ICE the largest law enforcement agency on the planet, and they're still only deporting people at this rate.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Sorry, 67 years. My bad.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. 6 7.
This is not a logical way to fix the problem. Doubling it, tripling it, doing whatever number that you want to do with it to increase it doesn't fix the problem. So do you want the problem fixed? Okay? Or do you
Well,
just want Donald
what
Trump
is-
to just, treat people inhumanely and just freaking, zip tie children and shit like that? Never mind. I already know your answer because you're a Stephen Miller fan. You want children zip tied because they're brown. So
Don't put words in my mouth, dude. That's not.
you
That's
praised
not
Stephen
cool.
Miller. I'll put in whatever fucking words I want.
Okay, man. That's what is your solution if making the number go up doesn't fix it and you're like kind of hopeless on just finding everybody and deporting everyone? What's your solution to the problem then?
Yeah, the best way to do it is actually to create a mass amnesty, right? Is to say that, hey, these people that, have been here for a certain amount of time, have committed no crimes, who are working, who are paying taxes, who have jobs. The best thing to do is to have them come in, be able to background check them. That way we know who is in this country, and then give them a path towards legality. That way everybody else who doesn't show up and isn't forward about it, or has been here for too short of amount of time, we can actually go after them. That way we can actually go after the criminals. That way we can actually go after people who are actually a threat to national security, people who are committing violent crimes. We can actually go after the actual correct people instead of, you're a big fan of Stephen Miller, stopping going after criminals and going to Cardenas markets and 7-Elevens, as he so aptly quoted.
Wait, hold on. So wait, if it's impossible to find all the undocumented immigrants, why would it be feasible to go find them and give them amnesty?
Because they'd find you.
I see that, but like that's okay. Then, I mean, there have been like something like 3 million self deportations. It's probably too high, but
Not even close.
Not close. Okay.
Christy Nome is saying 1.6 million, and every independent agency says that she's not even in the ballpark. Way low.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Mass amnesty, huh? Mass amnesty of foreigners to have a path to citizenship for like as a reward for circumventing the legal process. That's your solution.
It's not a reward. It's the way we know who's here.
Well, it is a. I mean, obviously, being legal status is a positive consequence for people who have broken the law. That's kind of a ridiculous.
It's a way to fix the problem. See, people like you, like Stephen Miller fans, okay? You guys are much more concerned with like crime and punishment. It's actually part of the fascist playbook, being obsessed with crime and punishment.
Crime and punishment is fascist? I'm sorry, what?
Being over concerned with crime and punishment, yes. It's one of the 14 tenets of fascism.
Okay. Do you consider my concern to be overly concerned?
Yes. Because I'm telling you a way to
Why?
fix the problem so that we know who's here. Okay.
Well, yeah,
so that
you
we
fix the
know,
problem
so
by
that
reclassifying it.
Sure. So we actually know who's here. Okay. So we can actually make a correct judgment, right? And actually freaking be able to background check people, do what's best for national security, which would cost us a lot less money, right? As far as enforcement, and actually keep all the tax dollars that actually all these undocumented immigrants are paying towards our government right now, right? Including like the $22 million in like 2022 to Social Security, right? That they can't benefit from, right? My solution, okay, fixes the problem. But you're so concerned with, they committed a misdemeanor, so we must punish them. We cannot reward these horrific people committing misdemeanors. It's just like that. That's what your stance is.
Yeah, listen. Don't put emotional language that I didn't use. I didn't use that emotional language. I didn't call them horrible. They just have to go.
And why do they have to go?
I don't blame them.
And why do they have to go?
For coming here. If I were in their position,
and why do they have to go?
I would absolutely do everything to come to America.
Then why do they have to go?
Better country than where they came from. They have to go.
Why?
Because they are not allowed here because they are foreigners. That's the policy that every other country has on immigration. If you come here illegally,
Are we not better than other countries?
We are better than other countries.
Then why am I concerned about what other countries are doing?
Because we're not going to have a double standard.
Do other countries have a statue of liberty that literally says like "Bring me your poor"? You know,
I
like
mean, I don't
bring me
care.
your weed.
I don't care about what the Statue of
Where
Liberty
other
says.
countries were other countries completely built and their culture built off of immigration?
America's culture was not built off of
Yes, it was.
immigration. That's an absurd lie.
How is that an absurd lie?
Because no, it is a Western European heritage.
And
The
Western
country was
Europeans
founded-
immigrated here, so therefore American culture is built off of immigration.
Okay,
Or are you
well,
telling me that
okay.
Western Europeans were just always in the United States?
That's not what I'm saying. What
Okay,
I'm
so
saying-
they did
wait,
immigrate here,
Are
right?
you going to classify every country's history as every country's culture as immigrants?
Okay,
Creating their culture?
were the Germans? When did the Germans immigrate to Germany?
I mean, it's probably BC at some point. If we're assuming the present scientific model where humanity originated in Africa and moved up, like migrated throughout, Middle East, et cetera. You can't.
Gotcha. So you're going back to the beginning of humans. Gotcha. Before there was a Germany that existed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Before, like, even people in Europe existed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wait,
so if they're the
before-
first people to be on that land, that's not immigrating. Okay?
Right.
You just
Yeah.
are the first people there. Were Western
And they
Europeans
settled
the
there
first
and created a
were
country and
Western
created a
Europeans the
culture.
first one to be on this land?
They were the first ones to civilize and subdue it and conquer
The
it.
Aztecs and the
colonize
and the Mayans were very, very civilized. Actually, much more civilized than Western Europeans were at the time.
Wait, in Central America, right? In South America?
In the Americas.
Okay, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the United States.
Yeah, there was
Talking
many
about the
tribes that were
US.
very, very civilized in this country too. The
Did
Navajo
they
were very, very
colonize and
civilized.
subdue the entirety. of
Gotcha.
human
So you're
history
saying
is
that you
people
colonized
groups
and
conquering each other.
subdued. Gotcha. So you colonized and subdued.
Yes.
Right. So you immigrated.
Yes.
Cool.
And
Then is every
existing
other countries
population.
based off of immigration? No, they're
Yeah,
not.
they say-
Okay.
What?
The Japanese people were just in Japan. Okay.
Yes,
Western
true.
Europeans were like, hey, we found all these freaking, people over here. We could easily just kill them all and then move them over here. And let's be very clear, those were only a very, very small specific part of Western Europeans, right? Started by the Portuguese and the British. Because let's also remember that the Scandinavians were here way before the Western Europeans were here. And then after that, after it was already colonized, after it was already,
Colonized by
put in
who?
a spot, then other Western
Colonized by
Europeans
who? Wait. After it was colonized by who?
by the British.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Then
Same page.
the Irish immigrated here. The Polish immigrated here. The Italians immigrated here. There was a time when the Germans immigrated here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of those people still immigrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they created their little enclaves and their
And then
pockets of culture.
they created
The majority-
enclaves and pockets of
the legal-
culture, and then that culture moved on. And then we started moving west. And let me let you know something that's crazy. Then we bought parts of Mexico. Okay.
Mhm.
And we didn't kick the Mexicans out. Okay. They
Yes,
stayed
that's
here.
true.
They stayed here and became Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mexican culture is part of American culture.
Well,
Okay.
Texan culture, really.
Mhm.
mostly.
Yeah, they was absolutely here because we drew the line around them. And then at one point we bought the Louisiana, we had the Louisiana Purchase. So the French were
Mhm.
already here, and then they actually immigrated into our culture. And now we are continuing to have other cultures come in and immigrate in and become another part of our culture over and over and over and over and over. Okay, because every single culture adds a little bit more into our culture that becomes in, and then they start to assimilate, and then they bring part of their culture into our culture, and then that becomes American culture. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, everything that from the way that we eat to the way that we speak, okay, to the clothes that we wear, okay, the form of English that we use in this country, it is all adaptations from different cultures immigrating into the United States. Okay? That's all it is.
And yet the body of law, the heritage of morality is all
The
based
heritage
on
of morality.
English.
What the fuck does that even mean?
What the moral code?
The
that
the
law is based
heritage
on.
of morality? The fuck are you talking about?
Would you agree? Well, okay. what's right and wrong. It's a different moral structure than other countries.
Yeah, the Western
That's what I'm-
Europeans
that's all I
said the
was trying to
slavery
say.
was right.
Say that again.
The Western Europeans that you're so obsessed with said the slavery was right.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
they also
then
thought
they
that
corrected
genocide was
themselves.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they corrected themselves. Well, every culture in history has done horrible things.
Oh, but you're talking about the heritage of morality.
The basis of the moral code is as a whole good.
The basis of the moral code is good. That's not that doesn't even make sense, sir.
It doesn't?
No.
Gee, okay.
You're saying that the basis of your subjective morality is moral.
It's not subjective. It is objective.
Okay.
Is murder wrong?
Is murder wrong to me? Yes.
Okay. What's to stop somebody from saying that murder is all right? If morality is
People can
subjective?
say that murder is all right.
Are they correct?
In my opinion, no.
Okay.
To Western Europeans
who
to Western Europeans who committed a genocide on the indigenous people, the answer was yes.
genocide? I'm sorry,
Genocide. To the Western Europeans who committed a genocide on indigenous people,
They didn't
they
genocide
did
the
believe that
indigenous
murder
people.
was okay.
There was no genocide.
Yes, there
What are you
was.
talking about?
There was a systematic murdering and destruction of an entire race and or culture. It was a genocide.
Are we talking about Native Americans?
We're talking about indigenous people.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
like American Indians.
So when they did
They're
that, was that
they're
right?
Still alive. They're not destroyed.
Yeah, you can have
They're still
remnants of culture and it still be a genocide. You don't have to eradicate every single person.
Right.
Yeah.
But they didn't even eradicate most of them.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
they supplanted them and told them to go somewhere
No,
else.
they did
like, at
eradicate
reservations.
the overwhelming majority of them.
I'll have to look that up because
You have a lot of things to look up.
Is not the same.
Yeah. So
Okay, bro.
when they committed that genocide, was that morally okay?
Individual actions of murder would not be morally okay. No.
Oh, so when they do it all together, then it's okay.
If they defended them, I didn't say that.
They defended
If
themselves.
they
They were in
defended-
Europe. What are you talking about? They were defending themselves. The indigenous people didn't go over and attack them. They came here.
Well, they colonized the land, and then
Sir,
there
I'm
was
not
a bit
asking
of a
about
struggle over
colonizing the land, sir. They came
Obviously,
here.
They're not gonna.
They killed all the people. And then when the people moved west, they chased them down and killed them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that morally okay to you?
I am okay with it because
So
it
so
has
it's
led
a
us
yes
to
or
where
it's
we
a
are
yes or
right
no
now.
question, sir. It's a yes or no question.
On a let me see. My I'm not gonna concede.
Man,
point
the
that
fact that you're having such a
straight up-
hard time answering is
Would you like
genocide
to
right
let
or
me-
wrong
would you like
is
to
pretty
let me
freaking
finish-
difficult.
Would you like to let me?
No,
would you
like-
let me finish.
How about you
or
say
are
yes or
going
no,
to
and then you
just
can answer however you like.
slam-
Sound good?
It is not a yes or no question.
It is, and I will
It
let
takes-
you
no, no, no,
elaborate
no, no,
once
no.
you like.
Okay,
If you like.
if it-
No, sir.
look, okay.
You said
If
that
you're not gonna
morality is objective. That means everything is either moral or it is not. You don't get to play a middle gray ground now, okay? According to
there's
your
not- no,
worldview,
no, no,
sir,
no. Hold
according
on.
to your
Listen.
worldview, either it is moral or it is not objectively. So therefore, if I ask you if something is moral and it is the absolute decimation and murder of an entire freaking race and freaking ethnicity of people, okay, you are going to have to give me a yes or no.
I just don't accept that characterization of the colonization.
And I don't
of
give a
America.
fuck what you accept, yes or no.
It's the absence of a strict yes or no answer does not entail moral grayness. You can have nuance without answering yes.
Well, see, how about this? How about this?
having-
Wait, I don't need your answer then. Okay? Okay, I don't need your answer then. To me, okay, that is morally one of the most disgusting, okay, reprehensible, abhorrent things that exists within humanity. Okay? There is not much on this fucking planet that is more immoral. Okay? So I want to be very clear. So anything outside of that answer for you, okay, already proves my point, all right, that morality is subjective.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying for sure.
Also, you're a horrible human being. Okay?
Fuck you too.
All right. You're a horrible, disgusting human being. Oh, where'd you go? W's Polly? W's Polly? I haven't had that much fun dismantling someone in a long time. I haven't had that much fun dismantling someone in a long time. Y'all make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Pay links are in my bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. I appreciate you. Don, oh, lovely guys. Thank you so much for the 1,000 jewels. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Chewy said Cowboys were inspired by Mexican vaqueros. Very correct. They very much were. Lovely says, don't reward criminal, but vote in 34 county count felon, 100%. Don, thanks for the smiley face. And Shay, big W's in chat. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate that so much. And we got the sticker there. Thank you so much, Shay. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was an epic dismantling. Okay. That was an epic dismantling. I don't think it's going to get any better for the rest of the night. Okay. I don't think it's going to get any better for the rest of the night. That was an epic dismantling. All right. Somebody, make sure you guys are following. Somebody said I missed that. Go check it out on YouTube. You can watch it back. And I might actually just post that video. I think I'm going to post that video as a members only video on YouTube too. That sounds like fun. I think that one deserves its own video on YouTube, just as an epic dismantling. So if you're a member over there, or you want to become a member, I'm going to post just that on there. So, anyways, I'm going to take a shower because I haven't done that since I played tennis. So I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I am going to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful evening, and I really hope to see you guys tomorrow, all right? Love you guys so much. Have a good evening. Bye. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, all right? Bye.